I'm here today to visit Merthyr musician Dafydd Richards, or as I've always called him, Taff. He's the frontman of a band called Clear the Auditorium, an upcoming electro-rock group in the South Wales music scene. After opening the main stage at the Merthyr Rock Festival last August, they've gone on to play numerous live shows, and later went on to re-release their latest EP, The Final Broadcast, which included a number of bonus tracks and remixes, along with a music video for their song, We Are The Danger. Taff has agreed to talk to me about the band, and how exactly they create their sound.
Our music is sort of a mix of like rock music, punk, sort of post-hardcore, with different electronic genres, trance, drum and bass, dubstep, that sort of thing. We're similar to bands like Shikari, Linkin Park, that sort of group. Yeah, in the early days where a few of us were sort of experimenting with being in bands and playing music, there were a few local bands sort of starting to emerge, and it was something that we noticed wasn't very prominent in the local area was electronic music. It was all sort of pop punk at the time was the big thing. So we thought we wanted to bring something different to the sort of local table. We decided that we wanted to do something that nobody else in the area was doing, and at the time we were, as I said, big fans of Pendulum, and so we were trying to take their sort of style and do our own thing with it, you know, just experiment with different sounds, different genres of music, blending them together to try and create something sort of unique. All of our synth stuff, all our electronic stuff comes from my laptop there. Back when we first started, I was actually just a keyboard player, so I used to I started off with a Roland SH201. I used to just be playing it, and then I went on to a Korg microKORG. As the band sort of went along and our music progressed, I started using sequencers and samplers and stuff to you know, so we'd have like synth loops and stuff going on in the background while I could be playing something else and things like that. Yeah, this is Ableton Live that we use to run all our you know, electronic stuff for live sets. Because every now and again there'll be like a little bit of guitar or something on it as well, if we need that for an intro. And then the band comes in there with the synths. Yeah, that sort of thing really. We started taking, you know, pop songs, things like that, and turning them into our own style. For a while we did Earthquake by Labyrinth, which was really fun. We did Change the Way You Kiss Me by Example, personal favourite of mine, and in our most recent gig we did Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars. Yeah, this is just where we put in like little surprises and stuff, like, I don't know if you remember this. the kid on the oven. So I did like a little kind of remix thing of this. Yeah, little things like that. I think our live shows are sort of quite unpredictable, I'd say. We're quite an energetic bunch. I actually I climbed up and jumped off like a 10-foot speaker stack, which probably wasn't the best idea. And it's little things like that, little things to keep the crowd on their toes, things they wouldn't expect to hear from any other band. With the post-apocalyptic thing that we've been doing, the way that we represent that in the music itself is mainly through like samples and sound bites and stuff like that. Obviously, if you listen to the first track of our newest EP, it starts off with a radio broadcast of saying like, this is like a warning, there's a nuclear strike is incoming, blah blah blah.
Information of a possible nuclear strike against this country has been received.
And it's putting, you know, little bits in here and there into the music. I think the sort of the way that the rock, the guitars and the synths work together kind of creates that sort of the old meeting the new kind of thing, bringing together it's quite a sort of futuristic sound. Often it'll start off with a synth part, like just a little loop, a drum loop, or a you know, a little electronic sort of maybe 4-bar section. So there's a lot of stuff to add to this yet, but you know, it comes together, you get something like quite riffy. Musically, it's just you know, experimenting and seeing what fits with what. Lyrically, I'll often have a theme or an idea, because that's the way I like to write. I like to have a story so that I can form ideas in my head and start laying that down into lyrics and things that are going to put that story across.